thejohnjohnsonshow.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Let's start the show. You guys ready to start the show? I don't even need to fire you guys up. You guys are already fired up. I like it. Welcome to Alabama Mansion, by the way. Mansion comedy session number dos for you Spanish-speaking people. You guys are in for a treat, by the way, because I've scoured Southern California, done the work for you, gone to all the comedy clubs. Maybe it was only a couple, but still, I've found for you the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the stankiest of the stank. Mr. Toby Marciano, when I look at you, I think the stankiest of the stank of comedy. In the good way, the good stank. Trust me. But yes, we have Toby Marciano. Give it up. Let's get some rounds of applause now. Jason Wrestler is going to be tearing it up for you. Tamara Catan. And Jen Murphy is on her way, ladies and gentlemen. Special appearance by Jen Murphy. She just sold out the Irvine Improv, headlining it a week or two ago. She's amazing. Girl power. It's a girl power night. There's a lot of girls in here. That leads right into my first joke. You guys ready to start it up? You're like, we thought you already had started. Ladies, the last census taken, I just read recently, the last census taken, 4 million more women than men in the U.S. 4 million, yeah. Girl power. Yeah. None of them are excited by that. Right? You would think our odds would be better, guys, right? But how come, why do I go to the bars all the time and it's 75 dudes and 3 girls? They're all at home? Yeah. They travel in packs of 3. It's 1 hot one, 2 fat ones. And the fat ones always get laid too. How does that work? That girl wants to get laid. She's getting laid tonight, no matter what. Because you walk in that bar, it's just like, no, I don't like him, no. And just 80 guys fighting for the 3 girls' attention. The hot one's always like, her shit don't stink. She knows it. She's like, I'm not talking to you unless I see Rolex, Beamer on the keychain, something, I don't know. But fat guys don't have that option. Girls, when you think, oh, guys have it so easy, fat guys, they don't get laid for years. You can't just go to a bar and be a fat dude and be like, I'll just take home whoever tonight. That does not occur. Am I wrong here? I feel I'm speaking the truth here. So ladies, I want to talk to you for a minute, give you some insight, some guy insight from the John Johnson point of view, because I am an expert on being a guy. Being a guy, I recently got yelled at for this in a recent relationship, so I know you girls do it. I got yelled at for checking out a set of tits, like I just did over there. We can't, that's my point. I checked out a giant set of tits on the beach that were fully out. Not fully out, but she was wearing like next to nothing. They were probably triple G's, if I had to guess. This was an anomaly of a woman. And I got yelled at for looking for 3 seconds instead of the curt half second or whatever you allow us. And what you need to understand, ladies, it is an uncontrollable, like breathing instinct. You have to look. At least for a few seconds. It's like, who's seen the movie Up? The cartoon, the fat kid, the old man, balloons. It's like that movie Up. Remember the dog in Up? When we see a nice big pair of tits, it's like, squirrel. And then we go back in our conversation like, listen, you're blathering on about whatever you were talking about. But the point is, it's like tits. Just realized I used my cousin for that part of the joke. Damn. I was like, I'm just gonna... Should have gone over here. All right. Sorry. Sorry, cuz. Point is, we cannot help it, ladies. It is. Tits! Okay. I visually analyzed them. I can continue talking to you now. What I'm saying is, I love that dog from the movie. His name was Doug, if you don't remember. And he loves you because you are my master. And are there dog lovers here? Dog lovers.
Yeah.
Where you at, dog lovers? Okay. I dated a few girls recently that had dogs. If you are single and you have 2 or more dogs, you are borderline crazy person. It's just my experience. I have enough information to back that up. 3, 4, 5 dogs and you're a single person, you are batshit crazy. But I do love dogs. The point is, I love dogs. What I'm going to ask you guys, show of hands, all the dog lovers and people that own dogs, who is okay with the dogs in the bedroom during sexy time? Right?
You know what?
No one raises their hands. You're okay with it?
No. You know what says that though is when you are doing sexy time and your dog's there.
You hear the dog, right? It messes it up.
It starts like barking at you.
Cheering you on.
Hey, you are a brave soul for even admitting that you've been in the room with the dog, getting down with the dude.
Your dog was like, no, she's barking at you.
Yes. But my point is, so most of you were like, no, that is not cool, even if I have a dog. But with a few girls, it was like, they were like, no, I have roommates, whatever, the dog has to be in here. So, okay. So, let me explain to you one horror story of John Johnson's misadventures in dating. Get this fine young lady friend home. Getting in the bedroom, getting down at it. Stuff's going on. Can't look at the cousin section while I'm doing this. Your cousin has sex. I'm sorry. It occurs. And I'm giving this girl the business. The full show is going on, is what I'm saying. And I am okay with the dog, because I'm getting laid. So it's like, all right, there's a freaking dog in the room. It's her dog. All right. It's not my house. So I'm in there. So picture me on the bed in this position. Use your imagination. I was head first in some stuff going on, is what I'm saying. I'm head first. I'm working it. I'm a giver, so I'm like, I'm really working my magic in there. I'm going to town. I'm laying flat on the bed. And you know how weird it is you're going at it and then suddenly something starts licking your toes. That occurred to me. I did not make that up. Dog started licking my toes mid-muff dive. Professional though. Girl never even knew. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a giver. I was like a hula dancer. It was all still up here, just kept it, and then the foot was like, get off me, dog. Get off me, dog. And I love dogs, but it was a little like, get the fuck away from me, dog. Doing my shit. You're lucky you're even in this room. That's horror story number 1 of 2. Are you ready for the second story?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Second story. Again, going to town on a girl with, pardon me again, but they were 9.5 out of 10 rack. We're talking here. John's a boob man, in case you haven't noticed. And the content of tonight's comedy is mostly boob related, so. So once again, I'm giving her the sweet love-making business that John Johnson is known for. And I'm down, kissing her on her stomach, really giving her the full show. Clothes are just starting to come off, and I finally get that shirt off of this girl who had the most amazing set. And I'm sorry if I offend any of you women, but she did. Sorry. I hear you girls talk. That bitch has perfect tits. I hate her. It's totally a competition. You should all be trying to outdo each other with better tits. Trust me. So, let's get back to the story here. John Johnson's sweet lovemaking, kissing on her stomach. And I look up just in time to see her chihuahua curl under her arm. Her head's back in ecstasy, eyes up. And that chihuahua curls right under and goes for her nipple and just goes. Horrifying, right? Horrifying. That's what I look up to. So, this all happens in like 3 seconds, but it felt like 30 minutes. As I look up to that, I instantly, it all went through my head like, not getting laid, that really sucks, she's gonna freak out. All went through my head in about 0.3 seconds. Took her 1.2 seconds to realize what was going on. Her face going from, oh yeah, John Johnson, because every girl I'm with, they say the full name. They say John Johnson. John Johnson. Oh my God. And she looks down about 2 seconds after I looked up. I saw it all go down, and her face, ladies, you can imagine, it was just... Her own dog gets thrown across, she jumps up, shirt back on, John's out the door 3 minutes later, she's like, sorry, it freaked me out, she's like shaking, and in my head I'm like, I didn't cause that or do anything like that, why am I being punished? Oh well, I never saw her again. I think it was a traumatizing experience for her. I hope she sees this video someday and goes, fuck, he's talking about me. Because that also did happen. You can't make that shit up. Chihuahua. He was going to town. It was that. You could tell he had never tasted something sweeter. He'd probably been trying for years. Little Chico. I don't know what his name was. Sex is crazy though. Sex, right? Is there nothing crazy? That's all we live for. That's all guys work for. It's all, the whole world's centered around sex. Girls want kids, guys want to get laid. It's a vicious cycle. But something I have learned, another John Johnson tidbit for you. This one was from Dr. Drew. I used to listen to Dr. Drew Loveline on my way home from work all the time. And I heard him say this multiple times, so it must be true. I trust Dr. Drew. And he called it God's cruel joke. And God's cruel joke was that after sex, there is a chemical released in all of us, men and women, and in men, it is a sedative. It is you are out, I'm going to sleep, thank you, it's been real, good night. Same chemical in women is a stimulant. Woo, put you up, it's like doing caffeine. No explanation for it. That's what he said. Dr. Drew's like, there is no study, they have no idea why this is. God's cruel joke. I like to think that it stemmed through evolution, and that in the caveman days, guys out in the wherever, fighting dinosaurs, hunting, gathering, building fire, building a wheel, all of that stuff. They came home, they gotta get up early and do it again. They need to go to sleep. The lady cave girls take care of their man. Guy goes to sleep. But the cave girl, after a full day of watching like the Flintstones on soap operas or whatever and doing cave paintings, I'm an artist, honey. I'm gonna do cave paintings. Have fun fighting dinosaurs out there. But back then, the lady folk had to stay up and protect the cave from dinosaurs and bears and shit. So, stimulant for the women, sedative for the men. If anyone can disprove that theory.
There's a solution.
Is there a solution?
She comes first.
What did you just say? That never happens. I'm sorry, you're right, it does happen a lot. See, that's why you need a girl that is multi-orgasmic and she just goes again and again. See, guys aren't like that. How many multi-orgasmic guys you know? No, they're one and done. Girls, I think maybe multi-orgasmic isn't even a thing. You guys just fake it because you're like, he's still going. I finished 25 minutes ago. Is that it? Shit, we just figured it out. That is what it is, isn't it? All these years I thought I was just rocking it. Alright. I'm going to have one more for you here at Alabama Mansion Comedy Session number 3. We figured it out. Alabama, can we get an Alabama Mansion up in here? Alabama Mansion. A lot of haystacks up in here. If you don't know what a haystack is, ask a friend. She's a haystack. Gentlemen, show of hands. My last topic of discussion, who shaves in here? And you know what I mean by shaves. Because ladies, you think that you gotta do all this stuff, you get ready, all this stuff. Guys are starting to do that stuff too. Shave his junk. Couple hands. Guys, if you do not shave your junk, start shaving your junk. Oh yeah. This guy's got it. Because you don't, guys, you never go full shave. You don't full shave. That is for little boys and gay porn. That is all the full shave is for. You get a goatee trimmer and you go with the number 2 setting. Not the number 1, that's too close. The number 2, I like to call it the Don Johnson. The Sonny Crockett, whatever. The Miami Vice. Use that. That's a John Johnson original. But that's what I do. In case you were wondering, John Johnson has the Sonny Crockett. Nice and tight around the edges and a 2 on the trimmer. Just enough to know you're a man, but out of the way so you're not getting wire brush in your teeth, That's horrible, right, ladies? Can I get a show of hands, ladies? You do not. Who likes a guy that's full bush rocking there? Who wants plucking wire out of their teeth, right? It's horrifying. Why do we even have pubic hair? Horrible. Caveman days. See, again, caveman days. Alright. The energy in here needs to amp it up because your performers are coming on. Who's ready to drink? Let's all get, you know what? I heard this term for the first time a couple weeks ago. Somebody said they were going to get birthday drunk. I had never heard that term and I knew it. Instantly, I'm like, you know what you're talking about. When you get birthday drunk, everybody knows. When I just said birthday drunk, you're like, oh yeah, I know what he means now. If you're getting birthday drunk, you're getting hammered. That's the point. So, raise up your red cups. Let's get birthday drunk tonight. Watch some comedy. Enjoy yourselves at Alabama Mansion, people. John Johnson welcomes you.
TheJohnJohnsonShow.com